Stay with football because the Sussex County Youth Football Association have just been recognised for work with helping children from areas of high youth deprivation. Now, the FA work with young people, they get them playing football, leading on sometimes to much greater things. So what have they done to win this award? Well, let's find out. Michael Ryan is a community coordinator with the Sussex FA.
OK, so the Sussex County FA Youth Forum was a joint project which was pioneered by both the Sussex County FA and Street Games UK.
Right.
Who are another sporting organisation. And myself and a gentleman called Ken Dalloway, who also acts as a mentor, sat around a table and we looked for 10 young people aged between 16 to 21 to deliver regular football events and activities in some of the real high areas of youth deprivation in East Sussex. So those 10 young people that are enrolled upon the forum, they're also part of what the FA call Football Futures, which is the FA's flagship volunteer programme. And they're also enrolled upon the Street Games UK Volunteer Development Programme.
So it sounds quite complex, that sort of system that's there, but essentially it's actually getting young people out with other young people, but in deprived areas, and getting them into football.
Absolutely. So their main focus is around what the FA calls CYP programmes, so children and young people. Projects called Football Mashup and Just Play that you may be aware of. Their main target audience is between the age of 14 to 25. So it's very much about empowering young people to deliver projects for young people as well.
Well, of course, football works so well as the world's surely most popular game because you can go and play it in the park. You can play it anywhere, can't you? And what does it mean to people who are perhaps in a deprived area to be able to get involved in something which sounds actually rather posh and official, with the FA involved and so on?
Sure, I think the biggest factor is around self-confidence and social interaction and stuff like that, and really providing these people with opportunities. So, alongside the kind of the practical elements of actually playing football, they also facilitate qualifications for these young people in these deprived areas. So things like the Street Games multi-sports coaching qualifications and level 1 public health. So, in terms of football, it's a great way of bringing people together, and it's the catalyst. But ultimately, it's a lot more about the bigger picture rather than just actually going out and playing football.
And if you get one of those qualifications, you might then think, I'll go on and take a refereeing course or something else like that, presumably.
Absolutely, and that's another big part of the work in which we do as well is the employability element. A lot of these people that we're working with may not have many qualifications themselves or aren't currently working, so we have some great relationships with other employers such as Pass and Move Coaching, Albion in the community, people like that, and where we can, once we provided these young people with experience and qualifications, it's almost their first step onto the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously won't want to mention names, but can you think of one or two people whose lives really have been changed by this process?
Absolutely. So a person that springs to mind when we first came into contact with him. He was a young offender. He had a very sensitive background, and we very much, myself and Ken, we took him under our wing and we worked with him, and slowly over a period of time he took ownership of sessions himself, and he's now at a stage where he's one of 3 members who secured paid employment with Active Hastings, who is the Hastings Borough Council's local authority sports element. So it's things like that, and you can really see the difference that football can make on these people's lives.
Michael Ryan, who's community coordinator for the Sussex FA.